Hi, this is Sunshine with One Heart, One Love 101. And I know it's been a minute, but I had to resolve some issues in my own life. And I didn't want to be talking to you guys and not have clarity in my own mindset and peace in my own mind and my own life. So I needed to get some clarity so that whatever I put into the universe is positive, because I always want to transfer positive energy. So it's been a minute, but I'm glad you guys are still around to listen to me. I appreciate your support. And today I wanted to talk to you about creating boundaries in your life. And the main reason why I decided to talk about creating boundaries is because without setting the proper guidelines in your life, it can help you to accrue a lot of problems that are unnecessary by just living a chaotic lifestyle. And so in your relationships, you need to always instill these boundaries that you'll need to live by. Like, okay, we have the Bible, we know that. We have the laws of the land, we know that. But what about setting boundaries for yourself that you live by for your own body and your own ethics? You have to have a set standard for yourself, because that's what makes you a valuable person. If you're just one of these types of people who goes for whatever, you're going to get whatever. And what I mean by that is when you let people treat you any kind of way, or when you treat yourself any kind of way, like don't take responsibilities for your actions. If you're not a responsible person as far as paying bills on time and just taking care of your body, your state of mind, all of these things are triggers. It's like a bowling ball effect. One thing will affect the other. So if you're not taking care of your body, you're not taking care of your responsibilities, because 9 times out of 10, if you're like drinking or doing drugs or doing things, eating too much, you're creating problems for your weight, your health. You can't work. Then if you can't work, you can't pay your bills. So it's all a bowling ball effect. And the main reason why I want to talk to you about this, because you need self-awareness when you try to get into a relationship, because this is a relationship channel. And so my main goal is to teach you how to love yourself and be the best part of you that you could be, so that when you do find that perfect person, you will be an asset to them. Not just someone with more problems, but your lifestyle is set in a place where, you know, you're being proactive in your own life. And then hopefully you can have interest with your partner, and you guys can be positive to each other. But you guys have to be equally yoked. And when I mean by equally yoked, not just financially, spiritually, but also mentality. Your mentality has to be equally yoked, because sometimes you think that you're dealing with people that's on the same page as you, and you're not. And it can cause you a lot of heartache and pain, because you'll keep reiterating stuff that you shouldn't have to reiterate, because somewhere along the line they keep dropping the ball, or you're dropping the ball. So you have to be on the same page as far as how you're going to get your money, how you're going to, you know, your taxes, your credit scores. These are things you have to find somebody who has the same values in what you have. And because if you don't, if you're with somebody who's healthy, going to the gym, taking care of themselves all the time, if they're always keeping themselves up, going to doctor visits, and then you're not, you're just drinking up everything, smoking up everything, eating bad, you know, you're going to be a hindrance to them, or vice versa. So you need to find somebody where you can both, either if you're not already living that lifestyle, you can live that lifestyle together. You know, if one person can be a good role model for the other person and intrigue them to do certain things that's better for their life, then so be it. But you want to be a blessing, not a curse. And if you feel like you're just always the one trying to keep somebody uplifted and positive, that's going to be draining. Their mindset needs to be there. And if it's not there, then you're going to have to just make some changes, because certain mentalities can be very draining if they're not instilled in the person already. And so that's why I say boundaries are very important, because once you enter a relationship, if a person decides that they can have their way with you, however way they want with you, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to be getting disrespected more times than not. And if this persists, you are going to have a lot of resentment, and your value will be eliminated. So why would you want to be with somebody who does not value you? So, and it won't be anybody's fault but your own, because you're not setting in place your rules to live by for yourself. You have to wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I love you, and actually mean it. Love yourself enough to know what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. If it don't feel right, then it ain't working. Don't put yourself in a position to be in a place where you're in a relationship and every time you wake up, it don't feel right. You know, it's toxic. If your body is creating these ailments and you're in pain and you're tense and you're getting tumors and your stomach swelling up and your back is hurting and your shoulders is always hurting and, you know, you're having migraines, that's all toxic energy. And it's very important, and I say this a lot because the transference of energy is very important. Do your best to stay around people who are positive, because once you keep accruing all these negative energies and transfers of energies into your body, what you hear affects you. What you put into your mind affects your life. So you have to know, if it don't feel good, don't deal with it. Because you're not going to be a positive person if you keep accruing positive material into your life. So I just want you to know that creating these boundaries for yourself will show you how to be more positive in your lifestyle. Okay? And then in turn, you will also have positive relationships. So these are just things you need to think about. I don't know exactly, everybody's life is different. You know, my personal goal right now, I'm trying to give up drinking liquor and drinking coffee. And we're going to see how this goes. But I know for myself, that's a boundary. I don't want anything having more control over myself than I have for myself. So I want to make sure that I have good habits. You know, I can't preach about it and not do it myself. So I'm giving up something because I want to create a boundary within myself. That's a limitation for myself because I love myself. And when you love yourself, you do things for yourself to make you better. So these are things I want you to think about. You know, they're not always something that is gonna be like, you know, it might be something that you really like have a lot of pleasure in doing. Like me, I love to drink. I'm not gonna lie, I like to have fun, but I know it's not really beneficial to me. And your body tells you things. You listen to your body and say, you know what, you need to start paying attention to what your body is saying to you. So keep that in mind. So if you can't live by the beat of your own drum, then what are you doing? You have to take care of yourself enough, because you don't want to be anybody's headache either. If you're in a relationship and you're just treating yourself poorly, now you're making your lover, your partner, your husband, your wife, now you're making them dependent on you. I mean, you're going to be dependent on them because now you can't even take care of yourself. You're going to be broke down in a wheelchair somewhere because you're not taking care of yourself. So you have to take care of yourself. You know, keep pushing, keep moving. Don't stop moving. Keep walking, keep breathing, and keep your energy that's around you a place of peace and a place of positivity, because you do not want to settle for things that are gonna just be bringing you down, draining you every day. The world is crazy enough. You don't need to add it. You don't need to add anything negative to it, and just try to change your thinking, change your mindset. I always say this all the time. Just change your mindset and change your life. Okay? So this is Sunshine with One Heart, One Love 101. Create some boundaries. Bye.